I welcome you back to the Debrenick channel. Today we are talking about the California storms and how they're going to affect the Colorado Rockies as well. So we'll be getting into quite a bit today. Usually we start at windy.com. Today I want to start off at Tropical Tidbits, and they are getting ready to release water at Lake Oroville. So soon we are going to be releasing water at Lake Oroville come at noon, which was 2 hours from right now. So I'll be getting in early. I got things to do. Today's my kid's birthday, so I'm going to go hang out with him this evening, so I will not be around. And with that being said, we're going to start right out here at Tropical Tidbits, and here we go. You can see that they're getting pounded right here. We will be going to windy.com here in a little bit, and we are going to scoot on as we roll on here. You can see that it starts to kick in, and we continue to move, and it kicks up, and you can see, look at this in the Colorado Rockies here. They are getting snow from this system, this atmospheric river, and we are no longer in a La Nina. We are moving towards an El Nino. I just saw that yesterday, so things are going to get really, really wet. This weather has been really super wet. This could be like one of the wettest of all time before it's all said and done. We keep on scooting here. You can see, look at this. This atmospheric river just keeps scooting in here, and you're talking about snow in Utah and Colorado as well, Nevada. All this up here that needs it continues to get wet. We continue to scoot, and you can see that it's more precipitation's coming. It continues to scoot along here, and you can see right here, even Oregon here that needs rain, they're going to be getting it. You've seen that before. What's going on there? We continue to scoot. More rain, more snow. We are currently 66 hours in. We're going 72 hours, still raining. See that it's raining still. 78 hours, 84 hours, still raining. Still a little bit of snow in Colorado as well. So ultimately, this is really good news for Colorado. California could use the tap to be shut off for a while because it's just too much all at once. It's not a good thing, and we are definitely getting what we asked for, but then we're getting more than what we asked for, and it's like going to Thanksgiving dinner. You're like, you're over it. So see a nice little nor'easter kicking up here in Pennsylvania and parts of the United States on the East Coast here, and a little bit of rain in Texas. I have some subscribers down there as well, so they'll be happy about that. And look, this nether storm, we are 102 hours in, more rain. It's pushing in over the mountains into Nevada, kind of fizzles out, but it's still some rain in Nevada, which they need all the rain they can get. And then here we are, Utah, Colorado getting more rain. So this is good too. So we continue to scoot. We're 126 hours out, and you can see a little bit of rain in California. Still rain/snow in Utah, Colorado, Arizona. See, this turns into a nice little snowstorm here in Colorado. And this is 144 hours out. Still snow in Colorado. Now that's pushing into Kansas. California is starting to dry out. 156 hours, you can see this next system starting to scoot in, and you still got some snow lingering right here in Colorado, and even in New Mexico here getting a little bit of snow as well. And here comes the next system. It's not nearly as impressive as the last system, but it's still some rain coming, which we don't need any at this point in time. We are 180 hours out, and that scoots through pretty quickly, and you can see this goes into Nevada, Utah, Colorado as well. We're 216 hours out, and here comes another system into California. So you got storm after storm after storm after storm just continuing to hit this. And then look at this California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and then a little bit down here in Arizona and New Mexico as well. And this another little storm coming through. This is 258 hours. It's just getting very, very active, very wet. We're getting into an El Nino and scooting away from a La Nina, and it's clearly proven the case here. And here we are again, California getting more rain all the way over. This one's almost going to go from coast to coast. There's like a stationary front that's breaking out, so they're claiming from every state has rain almost all the way across the board here. That's crazy. Even in Illinois, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, California. That would be crazy. And now it is all the way across the state, all the way straight across the central part of the United States. You're getting precipitation from coast to coast. That's very rare. You hardly ever see that. Now, the south is not getting as much and the north's not getting as much, but look at this all the way across. And this is a big storm that could possibly be brewing. So they're saying 288 hours out. We keep on scooting here, and you can see that the snow here in Colorado still. I did predict this early in the year that this could possibly have huge dividends for the Colorado Rockies, and thus far it's proven to be the case. They are above normal, which is good, but they're not well above normal like in California per se, but they are above normal. So we're 324 hours. You can see California is finally dry, and we keep on scooting here, and it's still dry. So a drying pattern could be coming within the next 16 days at the end towards California. We're still dry, and you don't see much else going on. We're at the 384 hour mark. A little bit of snow in Colorado, snow over here, and finally, towards the end of March, things could start to dry out. Things could dry out. We'll have to wait to see if this really happens, and that is all we got at Tropical Tidbits. Now we're going to roll over to windy.com right now. Now, windy.com doesn't go out near as far as Tropical Tidbits does. 16 days is just pushing the envelope here. We're 3 days in. They're calling for another 3 inches of rain at Oroville. They're going down to Folsom, 334. South Lake Tahoe, 3.12. Mammoth Lake's down here, 4.05. Groveland, 3.46. Bakersfield, my friends down there, 1.18. We go to Havasu, 0.2. Los Angeles, 0.5. So you get the gist. San Diego's going to get a little precipitation as well, 0.21. Not a whole lot. We go over here to Colorado because we're watching this as well today, and they're talking about 1.87 inches of precipitation for the Colorado Rockies. So that will be good news. Anything on this side of the divide, on the west side of the divide, is fantastic. We go to the 5-day, almost 2 inches of precipitation there. We go back to California, and down here 5.24. We go up to Bishop, 4.69. Mammoth Lake, 7.73. Yosemite Valley, like they need more, almost 10 inches of precipitation. Bridgeport, 5.98. Bear Valley, 8 inches. Grass Valley, 6.15. We go up towards East Quincy, 8.41. We go up to Chester, 6.3. Oroville itself, around 7 inches, 8.31 inches or so. Come up here to Mount Shasta up here, and you can see 5.93. We'll go 6.07. Lake Trinity over here, 5.27. So this is good news for Trinity because they definitely need a lot more precipitation. The north wasn't as wet as the middle of California or the south. Now we go to the 10-day, and you can see it starts to slow down. 6.86, 7.09. Mammoth Lake, 6.97. And like I said, we are moving to an El Nino, but check this out in the Colorado. 4.32. If that comes to pass, this is good because they have been getting wet since last year, and 4.43 inches of precipitation in the Rockies is how much new snow is this? 35. So some of this is going to be rain because not 4 inches is not 35 inches of snow. So this will be good, and this will have an effect on Lake Powell. It definitely will have an effect starting around May or so that we should see this lake start to rapidly increase. However, Lake Mead down here. So this is really good news for the Colorado Rockies here. You're talking 35 inches of snow, and like I said, most of this is going to be snow, but some of it will be rain, so some of it will melt. And let's scoot on, and we are going to check out a live video from the DWR, and they are getting ready to release water here in another hour and 44 minutes. Currently, by the time you see this, they probably already had or will be, because I will be getting this done earlier than normal. Like I said, I have plans today to go hang out with my son. It's his 25th birthday, and we are going to a concert, and we're going to have fun. But in the meantime, you guys are going to be really wet in the DWRs. The California Department of Water Resource just had a news conference, and here is some highlights from that news conference.
An important function of Lake Oroville is that it also provides flood protection for the communities downstream of the lake on the Feather River, specifically the city of Oroville, Yuba City, and other communities. Our flood control operations here at the lake are performed in close coordination with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and we have up to 830,000 feet of space available on the lake that's reserved for flood protection during the rainy season. The lake currently is at 2.7 million acre feet of capacity or water in it, which is an increase of 1.7 million acre feet since December 1, before the the storms in December and then our current storms that we're seeing. The lake elevation has also risen 180 feet since December 1, which is currently at an elevation of about 840 feet and 60 feet below the maximum elevation of the lake. DWR and our State Water Project team is closely monitoring the current storms and the upcoming storms. And as of Wednesday, we began increasing releases out of Lake Oroville to preserve storage in the lake for flood protection and risk reduction for the downstream communities. Our modeling over the next few days shows that we expect somewhere from 20 to 40,000 cubic feet a second of water to come into the lake. However, the exact inflow we see will depend upon how these storms materialize, and that's something that we're tracking throughout each day in monitoring. Starting today at noon, we will start making releases out of the main spillway here at Lake Oroville. That's the gated spillway. This is the second time the new spillway has been used. The first time was in April of 2019. The combined releases from Lake Oroville that are planned today are 15,000 cubic feet per second, and that water will be moved out of the lake both through the main spillway and also Hyatt Power Plant that is also part of the Lake Oroville complex here. The 15,000 cubic feet per second release is a relatively small release through the spillway. The spillway has a total capacity of 270,000 cubic feet per second. As we look further into the upcoming storms, it's possible that we'll be making adjustments to our releases as we monitor the runoff that comes into the lake. And then these adjustments will be done in close coordination with the United States Army Corps of Engineers and our downstream flood control partners and the agencies we work with downstream.
So you just heard Ted say that the spillway has a capacity of 270,000 cubic feet per second, and they don't ever anticipate ever having to release that much. That would be very interesting. They also went on to say, which I didn't put in the video because it's already getting long-winded, that the spillway has rough average of 7 feet of concrete in it, and that's pretty thick concrete. Now, what we do gotta be concerned with the gates, but if the gates went, the water would only go down as low as the gates were. Some people say there's cracking at the headstock and whatnot. Now, we don't have definitive proof of that, so just keep that in mind. So here we're looking at a live video of Lake Oroville. We're waiting for the water to start spilling out of it, and here's a picture from December. Now here's the live picture right here, and you can see that how much this lake has come up. Somebody was asking for that definitive answer, and you can definitely tell that the lake has come up because this was all dry back in December. So let's go out to the 72-hour rain map, see how much rain has fallen in the last 72 hours. We're going there next. Here we are at the last 72 hour, and you can see that there's not much blue in there, but there is blue over by Lake Oroville, 3.61 near the Middle Feather River Fork. We come down here to the Bear River, 2.92, and then we come over here to the American River, and you can see that they got 2.60, and then down here they also received 2.40, 4.4 there. So they have received quite a bit of rain/snow all through California. You can see as I scoot out, not a lot over here in Colorado as we've been talking about, and those releases are getting ready to come up in the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to hold off on this right at the moment, and I will upload this as soon as I get to Lake Oroville. As long as the system doesn't crash from too many people trying to watch, I will definitely try to get video of the dam releasing water from the DWR. So while we wait for that, let's roll out to Lake Oroville's current water levels and see what their inflows and their outflows are. He just told us that they're planning on releasing 15,000 combined, so that means it's a very, very small release coming out of the spillway. They definitely can release a heck of a lot more if they so choose to. Right now they're not going to. Here we are at the California Data Exchange Center, and you can see that they were releasing 11,000 out, 11,000, 10,000, 11,000, 10,000, 2,000. Now, I don't know why they stopped releasing water out of the Hyatt Power Plant, but they have, and those numbers are 2717. Inflows are averaging anywhere between 22 and 18 in the last 3 or 4 hours. Before that, they were averaging around 9, so it's been over 10,000, the highest being 22,000, 21,000, 18, 16, and now we're almost back up to 19. But you can see 0 out, plenty in, and I'm not sure why they just abruptly stopped releasing water, but they do that from time to time at the Hyatt power plant. I don't know if it's because people work shifts, they turn it off because nobody's there to watch it, or this was at midnight. They were releasing water, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. Now, he said they were going to constantly release water, but according to these graphs, that's just not the case. So are they telling us the truth here, or what's going on there? Does anybody know that answer? Because I'm just kind of curious what's going on there. He said the level was 840, not quite. It's at 839.89. It's 0.11 below 840 feet. He also said that storage acre feet was 2,700,000, so you can see how they kind of fudged the numbers just a bit. Not sure why they did that, but they did. And the rainfall getting close to the 30-inch mark is at the dam. It's not upstream, because upstream they received a heck of a lot more. So we'll see what that happens. I want to go to Lake Folsom and see what their hourly is compared to this right here. Here we're at Folsom. You can see that their outflows, they have ramped up. They were releasing 12, and now they're at 19,000. And you can see that the lake is actually starting to fall because you have more going out than coming in, and you can see that they're starting to release water as well. What's going on up at Shasta? Let's see what their hourly is next. Also, their water level as of 10 o'clock was 426.74. They haven't released the storage, the inflows, or the outflows for the last 2 hours, so that happens from time to time as well. So we'll continue to roll on. We're going to go up to Shasta next. Here we are at Shasta, and you can see that it's finally broke the 1,000-foot mark finally, and the inflows are 18,000, and you can see that they're still retaining water at Lake Shasta. They have very little bit of outflows, 25. They did go up to 34, and Big Dog actually informed me that the reason why these inflows fluctuate because they hold water up above there. I wasn't aware of that, but he did inform me that there's a dam of sorts that hold water up above that. I can't remember exactly what he said because it's been a little while since we talked about that. Your storage acre feet is 2,831,355, so this thing continues to climb, and that's fantastic news. And let's go look and see what the percentages are real quick, and I will wait for that video patiently, and I will put it at the end, and that will be all I'll have after that. So let's keep on rolling. We are going up there next. So Shasta's at 62%, 84% for the day. Lake Oroville, 75%, 115 for the day. Trinity, 33, 47 for the day. This really could definitely use more. A lot of this snow still locked up, so it will come up. They are still retaining water at Shasta, so that's good. And these lakes, like they said, are meant for flood control first and foremost. So you have more water coming in than going out, and that's exactly what you want. But at Folsom, on the other hand, which is at 60%, that's where they like to keep it before the snow starts to melt, and then they just like it to rise slowly. So we will watch this, and the rest are here for you guys to take a look at. And I haven't looked at the snow map for a while, so let's go look at that next. Wow, 157%. This is high as it's been in a long time. 165, 195, 206. Wow, that is the most I think I've ever seen the Central. 240. That's incredible. 229 for April 1st. You're going to end up over 200% all the way through the south. This is an insane amount. That's all I have for today. I will have video at the end. I'm going to patiently wait. So this video was taken earlier when the water was released. I'm going to wait till 12 o'clock Pacific time to finish up my video. So with that being said, that's all I got for right now. And we will be back sometime this weekend to do another update and see what the water levels have increase, decrease, see how much they actually come down or how much the lake has come up. It sounds like they're not going to release as much, as there's going to be more water coming in than going out still. So the lake should still climb up, but not as fast as it has been. So you guys stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless. There it comes.